Shalom, loved ones. My name is Troy Cady, and I invite you to join me now as I offer midday prayers with PlayWell communities. PlayWell is a faith network of those who are learning to live by the unforced rhythms of grace. Well, we are living in restless times. And so in today's time of prayer, I'd like to read an excerpt, a passage from the excellent book, Black Liturgies by Cole Arthur Riley, on our need to find rest in a restless world. Well, with that, let's get ready. We light this candle as a reminder that Christ, the light of the world, is present with us. In Matthew 11, Jesus says, "Come to me. Get away with me and you'll recover your life. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace." In the middle of the day, we return to you, Jesus, our center. In you we live and move and have our being. Like parched souls searching for a spring, we thirst for you and your ways. With joy, we draw water from the wells of your salvation. Let's take some moments of silence to just rest now. Just breathe and be present. Join me in this confession called the Life of the Beloved. I believe that I am God's beloved child. I am learning to let God's love fill my heart, to let it shape my life. So I may be just who God has made me to be, nothing more and nothing less. That I may abide in love and share God's love with all that I am. Here's a reading from the excellent book, Black Liturgies by Cole Arthur Riley, on the subject of the rest that we all need in a restless world. Cole writes from the perspective of a black woman. And this is a letter entitled "To Those in Need of a Lullaby." If you are receiving these letters in order, you know by now that the night does not guarantee me rest. It is 3:48 a.m. right now. My body woke me almost 2 hours ago. And losing hope of being able to fall back asleep, I at last grabbed my journal and began to write you. Admittedly, I feel some degree of guilt for this as someone who spends her days asking people to listen to their bodies, to liberate themselves from the bondage of capitalism and exhaustion. No one warns you that listening to your body can be costly if you're chronically ill. My forearms are twitching like popcorn under heat, and I've already had to take a few breaks for the burning in my hands to subside. My body is tired, but it's also wired. There's an alertness in me marked by the fact that I keep seeing things in my periphery, and I'm sweating like I've just sprinted down the block and I've imagined having a conversation I'll never actually have a dozen or so times on repeat. I'm so tired I could cry. But what do we do when our bodies or minds can't access rest? Even when we posture it. For one, I've chosen silence. I could turn on some sad, slow music and hope that it would put me to sleep. For some, this works. But I've learned the language of my body enough to know that for me, music is only a soundtrack for an anxious mind. I'll have that conversation a dozen times more, only it will be put to music, made as real as a movie. It may be different for you. Perhaps music is your lullaby, but the point is that you would pay attention enough to realize it as such. For me, in this silence, I am steadied. The noise of my mind grows loud at first, but in the silence, its loudness becomes so stark I cannot help but contend with it. Silence leaves no place for denial. And so it is in silence, listening to some creature crunch through the snow outside my window, listening to my own staggered breath, that I realize one of the causes for my restlessness. I see it more clearly. And I remember I am free to walk away from this conversation I will never actually have. I've learned I cannot empty my mind, for an emptied mind will always find something to fill it, but I can reclaim it with a different, more restful conversation. Second, I've chosen darkness. Lately I've been trying not to rip myself fully into the land of the conscious with the light of my computer screen. Some nights I do, but tonight I chose my journal so that I could avoid turning on the light. I hardly know if this letter will be legible come morning because I can barely make out where the next line should begin. This is okay. It is in the darkness that I am reminded of darkness's beauty. In a body that is hyper alert, this moment alone in the dark is a kind of rest. It narrows my vision, keeps me from being able to see more than I should be alert to. I must be content with the hidden. I cannot make out the doorknob or the muscles twitching beneath my skin. I can only see the words before me, the pen in my own hand. In a way, I am calmed by this. There is a reason you can't bring yourself to close the laptop, to walk away from your work, to close your eyes. How terrifying might rest appear to a woman who is working 3 jobs to pay her rent. To those who fear homelessness or hunger or punishment if they do not produce for these toxic systems. We belong to a society that claims ownership over our bodies, that across generations has used our bodies for its own ends. Our petitions for rest cannot be grounded in self-help wellness talks that don't recognize this reality. Tricia Hersey wrote, "I refuse to donate my body to a system that still owes a debt to my ancestors." This is how we account for the restlessness of the world, by naming the oppressive, greed-stricken, capitalistic culture that sowed it in us, by naming the stories of trauma and abuse our bodies have endured, by remembering that this anxiety ricocheting through your body at 3 a.m. has an origin. And the origin is not you. I want sleep for you. Deep, dream-bearing sleep. But if the restlessness of the world has done damage that cannot immediately be undone, have compassion for yourself. It's not your fault the dreams won't come. Your body is doing the best it can in a world that has used it far more than it has loved it. No healing is immediate, and it's rarely ever linear. Some days you'll dream your ancestors back to life, and other days it's you and the cold sweats and the darkness and racing thoughts. It's not your fault. Somebody should have told you it's not your fault. It's past 4 now and the birds are waking. It's time for us. Lie down with me and don't apologize. Quiet now. This dark, for however long it lasts, can also be our harbor. I'm breathing with you. Let our bodies be our lullaby. Dreaming with you, Cole. We commit to you the work that is done and the work that is yet undone. May your beauty rest upon us, Lady Wisdom. We trust you will complete the incomplete. We believe you will finish what you started. May we meet you on the road with us, Brother Jesus. As we labor, be our resting place. Please make our work restful and our rest fruitful. May we remain present to your presence, Great Spirit. And now receive this blessing. Let nothing disturb you, nothing affright you. All things are passing. God never changes. patient endurance attains to all things. Whom God possesses, in nothing is wanting. Alone, God suffices. Amen and amen. Well, thank you for joining me today in Midday Prayers with PlayWell Communities. I hope to be back again on Monday with another installment. In the meantime, you can check out my Playful's Facebook page and also my personal Facebook page for a couple of reflections on our PlayWell's series in the Gospel of John on Saturday and Sunday morning. I hope that you are able to find rest in God in the midst of a restless world. Above all, be loved, because you are beloved.